Hi everyone, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Welcome to our Thursday afternoon program, and we have something really fun today. We have animals. Now, we talked about making it pets. There's a few things in here that you might not have for a pet, but I think I've had just about every one of these as a pet at one point in my life. So we'll soon find out. I'll tell you if there's one I haven't had. So you'll probably hear some fun stories today too. We're going to start off with, of course, I meant to bring a pillow from home that Janet George sent to me, and it said, "I was normal 3 cats ago." And I think that's the cutest little pillow, and it sure does name Bob and me because we have a menagerie of cats. We have one here at the shop and we have 5 at home. But we live out in the country, and they're just gifts from God. They just show up on our doorstep, and we take care of them and get them all fixed. And as long as they get along and want to stay, we let them stay, and we feed them. And it's just, we have no mice, but we do have a lot of cats. Okay, so this fabric is from Timeless Treasures. I love, love, love these kitty faces. So if you're a kitty, now if you're a dog person, stay around. We got some doggies too. And we chose to put some grays with this. Now John has a cat that's a gray cat, John and Patricia, and his name is Rainy. We have a gray cat, and his name is Rowdy. And Natalie, what's your gray cat's name?
Ender.
Ender. Now if you're a Scott Carson, what's the guy that wrote that book?
Oh, I do not.
Oh well, I'm gonna butcher that one anyway. I know who Ender is. I do read science fiction every once in a while, so if anybody remembers Orson Scott Wells, that might be the person. So it was a story, and one of the characters' names was Ender. So see, I told you were going to hear stories today. Okay, so we have our gray kitties, and we coordinated the gray kitties with gray fabric. So we have our light and our dark. And we are recommending that you put this in the Byzantine door. Now, Byzantine door is done in the stars and stripes here, and we no longer have this great fabric. I love that fabric, but we no longer have that. But we think the kitties would look great in that. We even asked Sandy McClenny if she would make us a special little treat for you today. So fold that one and put it right up here, and I'll show you what we have. I asked Sandy to make us one square so you could envision how it would look if you had those kitties on this quilt. Wouldn't that be awesome? So everywhere that the red and white stripe is, you could put the kitties, or you could alter it and put the kitties. Let's see if we can get this folded a little bit different here. If you put it where the red and white stripe is, you're going to end up with cutting the kitties' faces up. Well, you would with this too, but there it would go right here. Isn't that cute? Now there's one little word of caution here, and that is when you're making these, it gives you instructions for making 3 panels and turning one of them. So you'll want to make sure that you have your kitties going the right way, or all of the blood will rush to their head if you, on one row, because they're going to be upside down. So be sure to pay attention to the direction of your kitty fabric. And that's the size of the block that you would be making. Cute, cute, cute. All right, enough about kitties. Let's talk about the kit number. Is 8020307, and it's Perfect Pals. Byzantine door is the pattern that we're recommending, and we do recommend one of the big blocks because it'll show off the kitties better. That particular pattern is in an individual. It's also available in the Quick and Easy 3-yard quilt book, which is a downloadable book on our website. I'm going to have a little drink already. My apologies. Good old East Texas allergies flaring up again. All right. Now the next one that we have for you is called the Bug Collection. You know, in the summertime, you've just, those little kiddos just love to go out and collect bugs. I'm sure many of you have had a little one in your life that has gotten a jar and gone outside and caught them a caterpillar or a lightning bug. We used to catch lightning bugs. We just thought that was so cool, the way the lightning bugs would light up in the jar. So we have this one called Bug Collection. We're going to show you the quilt that we recommend. This is a real bright colored quilt, but we think this would be great. You could put, you're going to just alternate your 3 different things, and you're making a rail fence. It's just a block that goes this way, and then this block is the same, but it gets turned on the side. So this one is called Rail Fence, and that one is also in the Quick and Easy 3-yard quilt book, the very first one that I did, and it's available only in a downloadable form on our website. You can also get it in the individual pattern. Now, looking at these, aren't these adorable? And we have our little ants crawling on the leaves, and we have those in 2 different colors. This would be a really bright colored children's quilt. Absolutely adorable. So far we could call this the pet segment, but we called it the animal segment. So continuing, now I don't know if my brother and sister-in-law are watching today, but they have a bird, I think it's a cockatoo, and they've had that cockatoo for like 20 years. They live so long. It's just amazing. So Art, if you're watching, because I know y'all watch me sometimes, say hi to us. So this is not a cockatoo. These are parrots. But here are these awesome, awesome birds. I love these. They're so cute. And we were talking about what we were going to name this. We came up with all kinds of fun things because we all love the tropics. But we called it Parrot Paradise, and it's from the So Quick pattern, is also in the 3-yard quilt favorites, which is as well a downloadable book. It comes in an individual pattern or the book, and here are your fabrics. So we picked up the yellow in this little tropical ferny looking fabric, and then we have this pretty blue that of course really picks up the blue in the parrots. Now we're recommending this So Quick, and we do have, do we have any of this left, John?
Don't think so.
Okay, we're out of this particular fabric, but here's a great example of what we can do with a 10-inch square, and a lot of these larger prints, like the birds or the cats, would fit in a 10-inch square. So if you like this pattern, it's great for the larger animals. So that one is called So Quick. It is available as an individual pattern or in the book, Quilt Favorites. Now remember, if you buy 3 kits, you can skip taking the little patterns and take a book free instead, and that includes the downloadable books, because what we'll do is we'll send you a code that unlocks the little secret so you can go in and get that book and download it. And that is available as a download, as a freebie, when you buy 3 kits instead of the little patterns. Now the next one we're going to do is chickens. These are sort of cartoony chickens, cute as they can be. We call this one Backyard Birds, and we're recommending the Easy Street pattern. Now that is in the Easy Peasy book, and it's also available as an individual. And of course we wanted to pick up that yellow, all bright and sunny, and we picked up the blue with our 3rd color. Now let's look at Easy Street. It does have chickens. They're just different chickens. We no longer have this particular fabric, but we think that the chickens would look really cute here in this big block, and the sunshine yellow would be where the white is, and then the blue would be where the red is. And the kit number is 8020232. Backyard Birds. Easy Street is your pattern. You can have it as an individual or in the book, easy peasy. Now I promised, oh, and I do have chickens, so I guess I have pet chickens too. They're very good to me. They give me my breakfast each morning. So we do have, so far I've had one of everything that we've talked about. Okay, this one, let's see. We talked about this and I said, yes, I understand. Okay, I do understand. Yes, okay. It's been a long time since 10 o'clock this morning when we put this together. Okay, as I promised, here's your golden retrievers. Anybody out there that have these gorgeous dogs? One of my good friends had one. You remember Bailey? John, do you remember Bailey? Yeah, my friend Diana had Bailey for many years. He was a sweet, sweet doggie. And the secondary fabric that we recommend is this golden beige. And then we have the dark teardrop as your number 3. Now we're recommending on this one that you use Sweet Times. This one is great. It would show off these puppies so well. Now the fabric that we're showing, we do have that available on the website as well. And this one's called Pet Portraits. So this fabric is Pet Portraits, and it's the Sweet Times pattern, and it's from Easy Peasy. So if you just like this one, we didn't show you the fabric again, but we have that available. We're just recommending the golden retrievers that would be here in your, am I saying that right? Are these retrievers?
Yes.
Okay. All of a sudden I questioned myself. I know cats, there's orange cats, gray cats, and I know they have Persians, but I just have cats, orange ones and gray ones. Okay, so here we have our golden retrievers, and then you can put the light color or the beige around one of the blocks, and then you'll put your teardrops around the other one. So this one is available as you saw there with the Pet Portraits, or as the golden retrievers, my best friend. And this one we thought was fun. You know, we like to show you the ones that are just colorful, fun fabrics. We call this funny bones. We all know what a funny bone is. So here we've picked out these great colorful bones that is just as cute as it can be. And then we picked up the blue for your number 3, and we picked up the red for your number 2 fabric. And so we look through here, so you can see these. Just cute, cute, cute. So that one is called Funny Bones, and we're recommending the Strip Happy for this one. It's a fun pattern in red, white, and blue. No longer have this particular fabric, but we do have this pattern, and so you would have it in a very similar fashion. You'd have your bones in your biggest block, because in your biggest block of a pattern, you're always going to put your number 1 fabric if you want it to show off the most. And then you pick out your light and dark, and you always compare these two as your light and dark. So when you look at these, you have to decide. I think the red is the darkest, and so that means the blue would be your lightest. So it would be fabric 1 for focus, light is number 2, dark is number 3. And that one is called Funny Bones, Strip Happy pattern, and the number is 8020305. And we'll take these. Now, about a month ago, I think, we did a segment, and we had some fish, and I think they were very similar to this, or at least it was in the same line, and they sold really, really fast. These are so fun. And so we brought this one out again, and this is the Fishy Friends, and we're recommending Park Place as the pattern, which is out of the book Fast and Fun. I guess I could show you these, we could show you the covers of these books. So this is Fast and Fun, so you'll know whether or not you have that particular book. It is also, the Fast and Fun has Park Place, but it's not available as an individual pattern, so we're recommending An alternate pattern would be the checkmate, and that would have your fish going all the way across it's a row quilt, and it would be all the way across the big section of your quilt. So we're going to show it to you with the Park Place, and we have the blue and yellow to tie together, and then again blue and yellow to tie it all together. So we have our number 1, our number 2, and our number 3. Focus, light, and dark. And here's a fish quilt, and again we don't have this particular fabric, but you can imagine putting your fish into these blocks, and then you'd have your light and your dark. So this one is called Park Place. If you've joined us maybe for the first time or not really familiar with our patterns, we will remind you that you can make any quilt, any one of my 3-yard quilt patterns with any of the fabrics. It's all interchangeable. We have over 100 patterns to choose from, and any one of those patterns would work with any one of these groups of fabric that I'm showing you today. If you want to take the suggested pattern, then you can just select that when you're buying the kit. If you would prefer to take a different one, we have an alternate that says write my suggestion in the comments, and you just tell us which pattern you want. If you're collecting our patterns, we do have a sheet on our website, fabriccafe.com, and it's called My Pattern Collections. It's under the goodie button. It says free goodies, and you can download that and start checking off which patterns you have and which patterns you would like to add to your collection. The next one we're going to show you is called Pet Pictures, and this one has cats and dogs. So if you are a cat and dog, let's see if we can turn our little kitties and puppies around so you can see them right side up. So here we have our kitties, our cats, and our dogs. What?
Much better.
Much better, yes. And we have those together with a teal and a light green. And here's the quilt. We have it made up in these particular fabrics. And this one I love because it just seems like the focus fabric floats on the surface. And then we framed it with the light and dark. So that one's really cute. This one's called Town Square.
And I love the quilting on this one too. Check this out.
Oh yeah.
It's got paw prints in that.
Yeah, I see those. Those are cute. Yeah, I love to see how they've, the different ones. I always let the long-armed quilter choose because I figure they know the best. I just every once in a while put my 2 cents worth in. So this is available as an individual pattern. It's called Town Square. It's also available in the book Easy Peasy. And remember, you can get any one of my books free when you buy 3 kits. You just write the name of the book that you want in the comments section of your order. So here is your information. We've got Pet Pictures. 802011 is your code. Town Square's the pattern we're recommending. It's in the book Easy Peasy. Okay, we showed you cats, we showed you dogs, we showed you cats and dogs. Now it's time for some more cats. It just happens. Okay, this one is just as cute as it can be. Now this is one of our last chance fabrics. This is called Smudgy Cat, and it's cute, cute, cute. Look at the little heart collar, and the cats are just kind of tumbling around. I have a kitten, well, she's a 1.5 years old, and her name is Muffy, and she's a black cat, and she is the sweetest cat. I've had 2 black cats, and they both have just been the sweetest disposition. So I love my kitties. I don't know why they got such a bad rap because the 2 I've had have been wonderful. So we picked up the red, and then we picked up the gray and black here. So we have our focus fabric, our number 2 fabric, and our number 3 fabric. And I think that we were going to do Town Square for this one as well. So the same as the one that we showed you just a minute ago, we'll look at that one again. So if you can imagine, the smudgy cats are going to be in that square. So they would be floating on the surface of the quilt. Cute kitties. I like these. And they would be framed with the red and the black. So here's your information. There's only 3 of these left, and they're called Smudgy Cat. Town Square's your pattern from the Easy Peasy book. Again, this is Easy Peasy, and this is a last chance. There's only 3 of these kits left. Now, I told you I'd had just about all of these things, so let's look and see. I could tell you stories about when my kids, and John could probably tell you stories too.
I was just thinking about the story of the cow that followed you home from school.
Holy moly, that one, I was 8 years old, and that cat I'd get off the school bus, and that cow was like a pet to the neighbors, but she was so big, I was afraid she was going to hurt me. And usually I would take off screaming and running down that country road, and the cow wanted to play, so it'd chase me and scare me even more. I'd forgotten about that, John. But then, you know, I subjected my children to country living too. We were almost as bad as Green Acres is a place for me. I was an executive for a company, and we lived out on the farm, and we had cats and dogs and goats and chickens and geese. Oh my gosh. I never had a pig. So, but this fabric is so adorable. I love, love, love this fabric. And it has all your different animals. And this would be your focus with your number 2. And we just, and we picked up some of the little red and yellow. And then we have the black as your 3rd fabric. So we're going to look at this one. It also has farm animals. We don't have this fabric, but we think it would be perfect for this cute little farm animal. Put your farm animals here. You would have your black in these, your binding, and your border would be the black. The number 2 is going to be your little polka dot, and I think that would be adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay, this one's called Down on the Farm, and it's 8020310. Porch Rails is the pattern, and it's available in pretty darn quick. And here's the cover, and here's the back of the book, and here's Porch Rails showing. And for those of you who are not acquainted with my book, I'll show you that when you get the book, you're going to get all of your illustrations that you need for making your quilts. And then you're going to get a black and white diagram that shows you your focus fabric, your light and your dark. And then I tell you how to cut your focus and your light and your dark, 1, 2, and 3. You need 1 kit, 3 yards of fabric for a lap. You need 2 kits for a twin, and then you'll need 4 of the 3-yard quilts if you want to make a king queen. And the books tell you how to enlarge your quilts. So keep that one in mind. You can get a book free when you buy 3 kits and skip the little patterns. Okay, next. Whoops, here's one too I've never had an owl.
I think Angela Sanders might have something to say about this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her picture is an owl.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us, Angela, do you have owls? Or you just like owls? But this one's great. It's a great one that would also work in a masculine sense, because a lot of times they like those woodland things better than they do those pink floral things that we like. So here we have our owls, our focus fabric. We're going to have this wood. Both of these are companions to this, and they just look like bark. Such a cool quilt. And we're recommending bold blocks for this one. So with bold blocks, you have a big 10-inch block here. And these are the dinosaurs that we no longer have. But if you can kind of use a little bit of imagination, you can see how great it would be putting your owls in that block. So they would show off very nicely. And then we have the asymmetrical design so that it gets a lot of movement in there as well. So the little shadow frame of the quilt. So this one is called Wisdom 2. We did have these owls once before, but they had a little different fabric in them. So keep that in mind if you're trying to match one that you've already purchased. We're recommending bold blocks. That one is in the Pretty Darn Quick book, which is the same one as the last quilt. And here is bold blocks in a pretty floral. Staying with the owl theme, we've got a baby owl color. So these are as cute as they can be. Aren't those precious?
They're so cute.
Natalie got excited. Well, I was excited because, as many of you know, John is now a granddad and I'm a great grandmother. And I took a quilt over to the new baby yesterday in pinks and grays, and the mother was thrilled, my granddaughter Rachel, because she loves the pink and gray combination, for her new little girl, Una. So what we have here is we have our cute little owls, and it comes with a companion, kind of a peachy pink polka dot, and a great paisley. Isn't that just, it's just gorgeous, so soft and sweet. So we have our fabric 1, our fabric 2, and our fabric 3. And we're going to suggest boxes and bows. So your little owls would go here. The pink polka dot would be your number 2 fabric. And your red and your gray would be your number 3. It would go where the red is showing. Cute, cute. All right.
I think that's also a really good use of stripes.
It is a very good use of stripes. I love boxes and bows with stripes. And you can probably see when you put your lights and darks, and I'm always telling you things about how the light causes your design to show up. You don't really look at the fact that there's a bow here in the light one, or at least I don't. I see the dark bow. So you can just see the bows on there. And this also looks really cute with a Minnie Mouse. So if you like Minnie Mouse, I think we have some Minnie Mouse fabrics on the web. And it looks really cute with Minnie Mouse because, you know, she's got that bow in her head, in her hair, or her ears. Is it in her hair?
Well, she doesn't have long hair. But
It's kind of hard to say exactly where the bow is on her head, but it's there. I know when I wore the ears with the bow, they were all on the headband. Okay, enough. This one's called Hoot Owls. Here's your number. And the pattern is called Boxes and Bows. Now, Boxes and Bows is not in any book. It's an individual pattern, and it's not in any one of my books. So you can only get it with the pattern. But if you would want to put it in a different pattern, you can, because any pattern works with any 3 yards. So you could change to one of the other patterns that you maybe have seen and liked. All right, the next one is called Forest Critters. And Forest Critters, love this one. Now, I've never had a raccoon, but I've known people who have pet raccoons. We did have a rabbit once when I was a little girl. We had a rabbit. And if Benita were watching, Benita used to work with us, and she rescued a couple of baby squirrels one time and raised them. And I think she still has them on her Facebook. So hi, Benita, if you're watching. We're talking about your squirrels. All right. So this one is just precious. It's called Forest Critters. And you have fox and raccoon, owls, and rabbits. So it's just cute fabric. And we picked up the grays with this number 2 fabric. And then we picked up this kind of a terracotta color with the 3rd fabric. So this is really nice. We're recommending Picture Perfect with this one. And it is gorgeous. I like this one. No longer have that fabric either, but it's a great pattern. And I would like to ask Natalie to put that over here on the table. Now, this particular pattern is, it's one that was in my original book, Quick and Easy, so that's available as a downloadable. And it's called Picture Perfect. And it is the Forest Critters 8020313. But what I want to show you is, Sandy McClinney made us a little, okay, because,
No?
oh, because we are showing you so much fabric, there's no way on earth we could make all of these quilts. So we're using older quilts or quilts, even newer quilts, that we're showing you what fabrics we think would look good with them. But every once in a while, I just decide that I want to show you something that I don't have time to make a quilt. We just got this fabric in about maybe a week ago, something like that. But I asked Sandy McClinney to make this, and this is with the cardinals that I showed you last week. And she just went in and made these 4 blocks, and then she put a border on them. It'll make a cute little wall hanging. But if you want to make a whole quilt out of these gorgeous cardinals, and using the Picture Perfect, because that's the one that we recommended for you, this gives you a sample of what that quilt is going to look like. It's gorgeous. This one is on our website. We just showed it for the first time on Tuesday this week. So if you fall in love with the cardinals, like so many of you have purchased cardinals in the past, we did try to get plenty of this so that we won't run out right away. So there's you an example and something a little bit different to show you.
So a quick question
Yes.
from Jennifer Mitchell.
Yes.
How do you order?
You go to fabriccafe.com. That's our website. And there's a button that says Quilt Kits. We also have patterns and books. And you just go in. We have well over 200 kits. Do you know the number, John? I think it's about 230 or 40 kits.
Yeah.
And we do a program every Tuesday and Thursday, and we add new kits. So a lot of these are brand new that were just added today. So any of the kits that you like, you can go there. The prices range from $26 to $36. You get 1 free pattern with every kit that you purchase, or you can skip the little patterns and you can take a book free when you buy 3 kits. So it's a fun way to quilt. Any one of the patterns will work with any one of the 3-yard quilt kits. Okay, we do put last chances up, and each time we have a program we like to share with you. This is another last chance. There is only one of this adorable doggie. He is so cute. And the number 8020316, and it's called Pooches. We are recommending Friendship Star. So your doggies would be in the big block, and then your 2 colors would make your star, your fabric 2, and your fabric
look
3.
Look at that dog.
Oh, that is adorable. Any of you that know Lorelei, she has the cutest fabric. Absolutely adorable. I need to get me some sunglasses like that, don't I? All right, so this is the last chance. There's only one. So 8020316, called Poochies. Friendship Star. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. Oh, it's in quick. I start running out of words by this point, or brain cells, one or the other. So Friendship Star is in the Quick and Easy book, and that's my first book. It's available only as a download, but you can get, if you buy 3 kits, you can get Quick and Easy 3-yard quilt book free. If you want to purchase a book, we do have 7 different books in print. We have 2 books that are download only. This is our newest one here that's available in print, called Quick as a Wink. It's just been out about 3 weeks. But the books are $15.99 each, or 1 book free when you buy 3 kits. All right, last chance on that one. We have one more last chance. There are 2 of these left. This is adorable. It's just a Ladybug fabric, and we have 2 kits. We are recommending Pretty Simple. And the way I would do this one, you've got 2 big 10-inch blocks. I would put these 2 bold prints. This is a great pattern when you have 2 bold prints and you want to separate them. You put a sashing in between. Each of those blocks is 10 inches, and it has a 1-inch sashing. So your yellow is going to be your sashing. This is kind of a creamy yellow, kind of a buff color. So this one would be great in the Pretty Simple. It is a last chance. There are only 2 left. So if you want that one, you might scoot right over and pick it up. So that's our show today. Next Tuesday, you want to be sure to join us. We're going to do a segment on batiks. And we've got some new batiks in, so we're really excited about that. So we'll have those ready for you next Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and we'll hope you'll be able to join us then. It's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe, and have a great, safe, and healthy evening.